Thank you for joining us on the Sweet Language of Life podcast.
This is episode 14.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the fifth video series of the Sweet Language of Life podcast. Um, I would say I'm very grateful to people who've joined in for the previous four series of videos that we have done, and I've received a lot of good wishes, warm wishes, and I'm very happy that people are tagging along on this journey with me. I have with me someone very special, someone whom I have known for the last 15 minutes of my life, someone who wanted to join in into the conversation. And I'm very, very happy, grateful that people like you guys are joining in on this journey with me, like the person who's on the other side of the screen. So, guys, I'd like to introduce you to Anit. I'm still not sure that's how to pronounce your name or not, but that being
No, no,
said,
no problem. That is correct.
great.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So absolutely, absolutely. Yeah,
do you want to introduce yourself and
yeah, yeah. So, uh, yeah. So I like that this thing that basically you have created this channel and you basically are doing something for the well-being of society, right? And there are very few people who are actually thinking good about the society rather than like most of the people just want to create noise, and people are there like who are just looking at the things like how they can get more attraction and stuff like that. But in the such regime, or in the place where most of the people are thinking in this manner, you have created this beautiful channel wherein basically you are trying to tell people how to live a more meaningful and wonderful life. So it's a privilege to be a part of this series where I'm privileged to be present here, and it will be great. Like I'm hoping that I'm hoping for a great conversation forward.
right? So, Anit, great to have you back again. So, the I mean, we were having a conversation for about 15 minutes or so, and there were quite a few concepts that you introduced specific to meditation, and it felt like you are someone who really enjoys meditative process. You mentioned that you've been doing meditation for the last 2 years, 3 years, or I mean, I think it was probably 2016 since you
December
started,
2016,
right?
December 2016. Yeah,
So that's about 5 years, 5 years of constant
yeah,
meditation
yeah.
daily.
That's
And you mentioned a few
yeah. Continue.
phrases. Mostly the phrases were that, you know, um, you're not the mind and you're not the body. That's the conversation that we were having. And that for me, that's a conversation that came from Sadhguru. And I used to follow his meditative processes for about 2 months, because I was not in a good
Okay.
place and I wanted to really understand, hey, how do I get rid of something? And maybe the intention was not right for me when I went into the meditative process. But that being said, it helped me out. But it helped me out like any other release. So if it was music, if it was watching a movie, it gets your mind off that subject for some time, but it didn't help me uh, not think about that thing which was bothering me outside that meditative process. And I, for one, will not deny the benefits of meditation. I think it makes people calmer. I think it makes people understand or focus on things much better. But that being said, I'm a bit skeptical about meditation. And for someone to say that they've been doing meditation for 5 years straight, it piques my interest, because I need to know, okay, where are they coming from? What sort of thing made them do that, and how is it helping them? So, do you want to go into the
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. So Um, it's a very big question, obviously, and this will take a lot of time if I start dwelling deeper into every aspect. But I'll try my best to condense this uh, perspective in as brief in a, as brief answer as I can. Right.
like?
So at first go I started meditation, right? So I think it was in 2016 only. So this realization came that I was doing like at that time I was preparing for a competitive exam, right? So and I came from a fine family, right? I will not say that like I came from a fine family, so I got this realization that okay, like though I have everything, there is something which is missing in, like there is something which is very intriguing, and that aspect is missing in my life. So that was the situation which got me introduced to meditation. So then I started looking into, like I started doing Google search and stuff like that. I was a lot intrigued with the mind, right? And I started to understand the power which the mind holds, and somehow I got this realization that I wanted to make this very strong. Basically, I wanted to. I basically started. I got it. I started to get this realization that as a human, as an individual, I wanted to unfold as much potential as I can. So that is something what I started to do Google search about, that what is that thing which can make life more meaningful, and what all those things which can increase your potential as such. Then at that time I came to know about this meditation. So luckily I was at that time I started also watching TED Talks. So there was this lady, right? I'll share this link also, that will be helpful for everyone. I'll share that link. So I watched the TED Talk of that lady, and I was highly captivated by the way she was talking about it. So she was a constant meditator for the last 7 years, and she also was meditating for 2 hours every day, right? And the way she was articulating herself, the way she was sharing her experience about the life, made me feel that okay, this is how I also want my life to unfold, right? So I mean, she has also went through all the troubles which an individual can go through, right? She was not doing good in her school, she was a poor student, and had multiple problems in her life also. So and she always had this problem of always there was something which was constantly occupying her mind, and she was not able to focus and concentrate. And she shared that the 7 years of practice which she was doing completely changed her mind, completely changed herself as a person. And I was very intrigued by looking at her, the way she was sharing her experience. So I also started to feel that okay, I also want my life to be like her. I also want to be like her, basically. The way she was articulating, the way she was sharing herself, and I was able to feel that she was very happy, the way, like, because like that thing can easily be perceived by looking at a person. So that was that triggering point which made me um, go into this practice of meditation. I remember then after watching this TED Talk, I again watched the video of meditation. It was a 1 hour long video, and that video actually explained me. It basically explained what meditation is, right? So I'll just give you a brief thing. So like this is the question which everyone should ask, that why do we feel happy, or why do we feel calm when we are at sleep, right? So the main reason you feel happy, and the main reason why you feel calm and peaceful when you are at sleep, is because when you are sleeping, you actually go into your subconscious mind. There are two things, like I'll also, like if time permits, we can also discuss about this. So basically three aspects of mind. You actually go to your subconscious mind, but you're not aware about that, right? So whenever an individual is into his or her subconscious mind, that that by itself creates a lot of happiness for an individual. The same thing happens when you are doing meditation, right? With meditation, you actually go into your subconscious mind, but this time when you are going into your subconscious mind through meditation, you are basically aware about it. So uh, with some meditation, basically you can empower yourself to go in and out of your subconscious mind whenever you want. I learned when I watched that video, and I said, okay, that's it. I wanted to experience this. So next day I went for half an hour. That was the first time I did something like that. And somehow, I don't know, like people generally says to me this thing, and he also said that for the starting 2 months, nothing happens, right? You actually feel better when you were doing meditation, but once, as soon as you are done with it, you are back to your normal life, right? Somehow, like that first time when I did this meditation, the next day only I did this meditation, when I watched the video of her and this 1 hour of meditation video. Then the next day only I did, and somehow something beautiful happened that time. Tears started to come, like tears started coming, and I felt very good. Like I experienced something which I had never experienced till that time, right? So I made sure that this experience which I am experiencing right now for half an hour, somehow like this thing came to me that this is something which I want to prolong for the entire time, for not only for the entire time for which I'm awake, but also like I wanted to prolong this for 24 hours, right, if I can. So I had a beautiful experience of something which was so beautiful that I'm not able to articulate. So I don't know like how to articulate that beautiful experience. But after that, for next 3 months, nothing happened. I was I was sitting for meditation. Half an hour I used to sit. I used like I also ask questions to people that okay, how to do meditation and stuff like that, because for the next 3 months nothing happened, right? Nothing was happening, and I was not able to feel any change. So I thought like what is happening, but like I never gave up. I this profound impact which this lady and the video had on me, that was so profound that I made my mind that if anything can happen through meditation. And like I also read a lot of things about it also, that I understood this thing, that okay, this thing is not a, like this is this like there is some effect of it, right? It's not like nothing happens. So I patiently waited, and I believe the effect is actually exponential, wherein for the initial time you cannot see any effect, right? But as soon as you start to see its effect, it's so beautiful that you cannot deny the beautiful effect which meditation can have. And if you can prolong this, right, if you can make it a habit of meditation, as you also said, like you said me that Anita, I used to meditate for I meditated for 2 months, and I meditated for half an hour to 1 hour. You felt very good when you were meditating, but as soon as you were out of it, again the same ritual started, right? So if you can make that habit a consistent habit, right? If you can maintain that consistency, believe me, I'm an example. That experience which you had for half an hour to 1 hour of meditation, that will remain prolonged throughout 24 hours, throughout your that can remain prolonged actually throughout your life. It's so beautiful, because many dimensions which actually have always remained unhid, or which has always remained hidden, right? The dimensions which always you are not aware of, those get start to unfold itself when you close your eyes, and when you basically try to shut yourself from the outside world. So you get this realization that you are neither this body nor this mind, because as I said, that whenever you are doing something uh, meaningful, or if I can use this word, whenever you're doing something through which you experience joy and love, you can actually feel that you get you basically get like you can feel that you lose that sense of body, right? You can see that. You said that you like playing music also. Try this. Whenever you are deeply involved, and when you are playing music, you actually feel that you can feel that you have lost that sense of body, right? So it's very easy to get this understanding that you are neither this body. It's but to get this realization that you are neither this mind, it takes some efforts. So for this easy way is, when you are contemplating, right? When you are contemplating, your mind always wanders and always will try to go into that places of your life where you had the maximum intense feeling, right? Whether that feeling can be positive or negative. Whenever you had those type of feelings, your mind will always try to dwell into that, because that's how the mind is. It's always want that same experience, right? It always is hungry for that experience. That experience can be good or bad, right? It always want to leave that experience. So once you this is how, like, I when I was initial during my initial days, this is how I was able to maintain or to make some distance from my mind. That it always, like, I used to imagine that all the thoughts which are going in my mind, those are like a train, right? Those are like a train, or those are like a traffic, and I'm standing bit away from that traffic. And with more breath which I took, I tried to focus my right. And as I understood that, as I focused more on my breath, I was able to lift myself. This is how my, like, I used to imagine myself during the initial days, that I was able to lift myself. And from a some distance, in the sky, I used to look down, and I used to actually kind of seeing all this historical data playing itself, right? So whenever I sat during the initial days, I'm talking about, whenever I was getting this, my history getting repeated in my mind, I always feel that, okay, this is like a train of thoughts, and I need to maintain some distance. I used to go up, and I used to see from some distance. When you actually do this imaginative process, you basically mind to release that emotional thing which or to the past thing. Once you start to release your emotional thing, that feeling thing, then this past, which mostly generally participates, so then this past thing which had happened, which either can be good or bad, your mind loses its grip from that, and then your mind actually focuses on the present thing. Then you have this empowerment of not only using your body its highest potential, but can also use your mind to its highest potential. And we all, like, there is no point, like, we all know the potency which a mind holds, right? All these things which we can think about, or which we are seeing right now, it's just a manifestation of mind. So it's a wonderful gift. It's the most beautiful gift which a nature has given to us, but somehow people do not know how to use that, or rather mind is using them.
Thank you for watching The Sweet Language of Life.